and reiterating sort of how I got to where I am and what I do, because I want to use it to encourage you. A lot of times people think, oh wow, I could never do what you do. And I'm saying, yeah, I could never do what I do either. I mean, it's not like I was expecting to do that. And I think it's really funny that I have a ministry in sign language, and I don't have any deaf people. I think it's funny that we have a huge ministry in El Salvador. I don't know any Spanish. And it's just kind of funny to me that God is using somebody who's as dumb as me to be able to do these ministries in other places where I don't have a reason to be doing it. And the only reason I'm doing it is because I'm just like, I'll go. A few years ago, I started going to Nigeria. And the only reason I went to Nigeria was because this guy came to our church who has family there, and he has a Nigerian ministry. But he came to our church and started talking about digging wells, water wells, for people to have clean water. And at the end of that service, he just did a simple plea and said, hey, anybody want to go to Nigeria? And I went, I'll go. And I've been 9 times. I've dug 11 wells by hand. Just picking a space in the dirt and starting digging till you hit water. They made me a chief of the village because of the work that I do there. And they were like, you didn't just come one time, you didn't just come twice. In the 4th year that I went, they gave me this honor, and I had to have an audience with the king. And the king is standing there, and he's asking me all these questions about what I believe and why am I there, and am I going to be committed to their community, because they don't just give this title as chief to anybody. And so it was a really, really cool thing, and it was a great honor for me to be able to have that bestowed upon me. But I'm telling you that the only reason that has happened is not because I have all this education. It's not because I'm some super, spiritual giant. It's just because I'm a person who said, I'll go. And so I want to tell you that you can do the same thing. In fact, you could probably even do greater things, because some of you probably will take Spanish and you'll learn Spanish, and some of you are probably much more gifted in other things than I am. But it won't happen unless you do go. It won't matter unless you do something with what you've been given. I have one sign language class my entire life. And I'm trying to do something with what little bit I know. But just think about it. Think about, what if I had 5 or 6 classes? I could be doing more. And the same thing for you. It's like, whatever your skill is, whatever your gift is, give it to God and let God use it. I'm going to show you this video. What time do we need to be done in here? 10:55. Okay, super. I'm going to show you this video from Africa. It was done in 2005. And the first part of the video is going to show you this guy named Festus. One of the things that we did in my early years of going was that we decided to adopt certain kids and raise money for them to pay for their schooling. And Festus is now either in his last year in college, or he might have already finished in November. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, we have raised money year after year to pay for his college education. There's another guy named Prince who calls me every week from Nigeria. And when I first started going, they couldn't, to think of having cell phone service in this small little village out in the middle of nowhere was just absurd. And now every week, he calls me faithfully from the village on a little cell phone. They don't have electricity consistently, but he has a cell phone where he can call me every week. That's amazing. And so what I'm telling you is this, is that the way things are growing and the way things are moving, we're able to do more and more and more. And so for you, as a person who's, still got tons of life ahead of you, it's limitless of what God can do through you if you will just let Him. So I'm going to show you this video. You'll see Festus, and then you'll see, I'll kind of point out some different things as the video plays along. World Care is the other ministry that we partner with over there. Habib, the one I will do, what's that gun?